Hello everyone, it is June 1st, 2026, and we are back with our monthly analysis video. This is for May 2026, so let's get to it. This month, you guys will find out, of course, in the Wordle video, and I've been saying it, that we are back to the wheel, so you'll see that play out. Alright, so as usual, we're going to start with the guess distribution. So I had 0 fails this month, 1 6, 6 5s, 15 4s, 9 3s, 0 2s, 0 1s. Squirtle had 1 fail, 1 6, 1 3, 18 4s, 6 3s, 2 2s, and 0 1s. So obviously, yeah, so Squirtle is basically all over the place. It has every single thing from 2 to 7. So that's sanity deviation pretty high, I would imagine. Well, it might not be too high because it did get 18-4, so that's pretty consistent. I have a lot of color coding on this month's month spreadsheet, so I'm going to go over them. So as usual, the yellow highlights are reused answers. We had 4 of them. I think I have been forgetting to do this last couple months, but the orange highlight is a word that's not on the original answer list. This month we had only 1 with divot. So that is there. And then this red highlight here is because we had a bunch of really hard words in a row. Dowdy, and then waver, and then mover, very close off to each other, very awkward. I got a 6 with waver, my one and only 6, and with mover, Squirtle failed even, so that's where Squirtle's 1 fail was. Squirtle's 1 6 is down here with stuff where I actually had caught up with Squirtle. And then you're gonna see, but I actually lost to Squirtle. I actually lost to Squirtle by 1 point because I lost the 50-50 on Etude. I went with Exude first, so if I got this in 4, I could have at least forced it into a tiebreaker. But unfortunately, I lost the 50-50, and that 50-50 is what costed me the win for this month. But that's okay. It's only 1 month. Super close score. Literally 1 point off. So yes, pretty interesting month here. So I highlighted latch in green, saying that all atch words have been answers. Satin was an insanely lucky one, where I just, from a green S, I did stain, went to 3 greens and 2 yellows. Just had to swap the A and the T to get satin. Parka, newly were also some pretty tricky words. I would have put that under the red if I didn't have to highlight clock in a different color, because that is a reused answer. So, or else I would have highlighted Alder from Parka to loathe. I included loathe in the mix too because yes, it has some pretty easy letters, but still a tricky word, and people might not know the word. So I would assume that to be under the hard words. So that was a tricky week. This was the 13th, I believe, was a Wednesday. It was from a Wednesday is 6 days, so it's probably going to be a Monday, I think. I thought lichen had been an answer, but it actually hadn't, so that was actually a new answer. Agree, another reused answer, got it in 4. So all the reused answers up here I got in 4 guesses, and then you're gonna see with smile down here, I got it in 3 guesses. So that was a good one. And divot, tough word, but I was lucky to get that in 4 guesses. I got so many 4s up here, 4s and 5s, all my 4s and 5s all up here. And then you're gonna see down here I have more 3s and some 4s and only like 2 5s. Here are almost all the 5s in the top. This is down here is when it got better. I got 2 very lucky 3s in a row, and I got ahead of Squirtle for the first time right there. And here I wrote here after loathe, I had a 4.11 average. That was rough. It was a rough moment there. So Squirtle here, 18 4s after all. We have here 1 2 3 4 5 5 fours in a row here, and then it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fours here in a row. So that 5 fours in a row here, and then another 6 in a row here, and then it had another 2 there. It had a ton of fours this month. 18 is crazy. So now time to go over our other stats. So 123 for me, 122 for Squirtle, 3.97 average for me, 3.94 average for Squirtle. Very, very close averages. Very, very glad that barely got under 4.0 average. If this was 124, it would have been a 4.0 average. Luckily, I saved myself from that at least. Median for both of us 4. Of course, we both got a crap ton of 4s. Standard deviation 0.78 for me, so very good, honestly. Very good standard deviation. Squirtle, like I said, on the higher end 0.98. At least it is under 1.0, so that is good. But it did get a high end standard deviation. And then these stats are just completely the same. Oh, nice. First quartile, third quartile, 3 and 4. IQ are just 1, and the mode for both of us 4, and by a long shot for both of us. So pretty interesting how that worked out. Interesting. Very the numbers here kind of interesting how it lines up. Well, there's that random 7. A bunch of 4s, and then a 6. And so yeah, so of course, like I said, quite a bit of inconsistency. And Smile, it got Smile in 2 guesses too. If this was a little higher, if that 2 didn't happen, could have won. So close, but that's okay. I think that was only my 2nd or 3rd ever loss in the. I've been doing this since June of 2023, so this, I believe, was my 36th month of doing this. I mean, I've only lost like 3, I think, so 33 out of 36 wins still, so still really good. So there you go. That is it for this month's analysis video. Next month, we're going to be back with the wheel, so we're going to have that column back with the what we did column. So that is it for today. If you want to see more videos, please subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please put those below. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.